What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl Shoni, and I'm back with another episode of the Beauty and Soul podcast. I hope all of you guys are doing amazing in this year. Today is August 31st, and I'm recording this episode. I feel like it's been such a long time since I've been back on the mic for the podcast, but I've been feeling led to come back. And when I feel that push of when I need to do something, I listen. I listen every single time. Anyway, with that being said, today's quote is, I take pleasure in my transformations. I look quiet and consistent, but few know how many women there are in me. And that's by Anise Nin. And I picked that quote today for this episode of the butterfly effect because I think it fit perfectly for where I am in my life, where I am in my business, and just my overall development. You know, at this great age of 36, I feel like I am finally becoming exactly who I've always wanted to be. And that's different. That is totally different. It's scary. It is exciting. It's all the things. It's all the things for real. But it's also time to do it. Just being led to live my life how I see it, how I've always saw it, opposed to listening to other people and following their guidance for my life. Yeah, we off that. We off that. But I guess I'll just catch you guys up with some of the things that I've been doing. So I took a pause from podcasting because, to be honest, the Beauty and Soul podcast started transforming into something. Although it was amazing, it wasn't what I really wanted the podcast to be about. I've met some amazing women and men by doing this show, and I'm so grateful for each of them. But when I first started Beauty and Soul, I wanted Beauty and Soul to be about supporting artists such as myself. I've always wanted it to be about art and about art wellness and about us creating a safe space and getting the resources that we need so that we can take care of ourselves when we are off the stage, because that is very important to me. It has always been important to me and is still important to me to this day. So I took a step back from the podcast because I was a bit discouraged and also not interested. Just not interested in discussing all of these different topics, and with everything that's been going on in the world, it was just very overwhelming to come on the show, press record, and just be inspirational to everyone when I just wasn't in that place. And I am doing my best to make sure that I am showing up as my authentic self in every aspect of my life. And if that means that I have to take a minute to regain my strength, get some clarity, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that without apology, because it's just what I need to do. So yeah, I took a minute to really regroup and get grounded and recentered in my core values of what I wanted Beauty and Soul to be. So that's what we will be focusing on now on this podcast. It will be still the B side of life, love, and business, but I really wanted to be focused around the art world and us as artists and creatives, because it's a crazy world out here, and it takes a lot it takes a lot of self-awareness and self-discovery to be an artist. To be able to create from thin air means that you have to tap into a lot of deep places within yourself. And that's all well and good, you know, when everybody's listening to it on the radio and everybody is dancing to, you know, what you create. But sometimes people don't realize the toll and what it takes to get the finished product, you know? So yeah, I really wanna revamp this show so that we are focused more on that, because that is true to who I am and that's where I am in life. And also, you know, music has been going great. I have been meeting so many different new people in these internet streets. Like, the power of the internet is amazing. It's really, really amazing. I've made some amazing connections from social media alone. Social media alone, and networking with people and being able to perform now in New York City, which was one of my lifetime goals. Now that I am doing it, I'm able to check it off my list. I'm very, very proud of myself. I'm very, very proud of myself to be able to do that. So currently, when it comes to my artistry, I'm currently in a play, which I can't wait to share more of the details with you guys when I'm able to, when I get permission. But I'm really, really excited about that too. Like, I've always wanted to do theater, and now I get the opportunity to act and to sing. Yeah, I don't take this opportunity for granted at all. But I didn't realize how time consuming it is. But yeah, it's just a part of the journey, and I'm happy to be on it. And then also, I have a performance coming up at the Spectacular Black Art Show, which I'm really, really excited about, because they showcase all of the different amazing Black female artists across various cities. So they will be coming here to New York, and I'm excited to be one of the featured artists on that. So many amazing things have been happening since I've taken this step back. However, I'm back. I'm back. And I'm happy to be back. I'm so, so happy to be back. Currently, I am recording this via video and audio. And that is a new change that we will be implementing with the show. So if you are subscribed on Spotify, you can watch me and listen at the same time. But if not, I'll also be adding the videos to YouTube so we can start growing our YouTube channel. Yeah, so it's just so many different wonderful things happening. But I want to go back to the topic of the butterfly effect, because although it's amazing things happening, there have been some growing pains that I've had to go through to get to this place. Now, I know there is like a formal, you know, clinical explanation or definition for the butterfly effect, but that ain't my lane, okay? And I know how to stay in my lane, so I ain't even gonna go there. But when I think about the butterfly effect, I really think about the process, you know, that a butterfly has to go through, or caterpillar to a butterfly. I really think about the process of evolution that has to happen. And it's not necessarily a beautiful process. You know, like, we're all like, oh, the beautiful butterfly, the beautiful colors. Oh, I love it so much. But what happened to that caterpillar? What happened to that caterpillar? That caterpillar had to go through some real tough experiences, like literally, like meltdown, transformation, turn into a whole nother entity. I mean, it's just like, wow. And sometimes that's what it takes. That's what it takes for us to show up as our full and authentic selves. Like sometimes it takes that breaking down, it takes that melting down, it takes whatever it needs to take for however long it needs to take so that we can become that butterfly, you know? And my therapist, she said this wonderful thing to me in our session one week. She said, you know, Shoni, growth is not always, well, growth doesn't always feel good. But just because it doesn't feel good at this moment, it doesn't mean that you are not on the right track. And that was very reassuring to me because that's the truth. That's the truth. Like transformation and evolution, it can be painful. It can be painful. I feel like when I really started my transformation into the woman that I have become now, it was a very, very painful process. And I did not know what to expect, you know? But nonetheless, it's so important to just stay the course. And I think it's also really important to make sure that we continue to have people around us who really support us and really understand the process of you becoming, because it is a process. It is a process, and sometimes you need that reassurance, sometimes you need that support. And it's okay to ask for it too. Like, that's something I had to come to terms with. Like, girl, you are not Superwoman. It's time to ask for help. And the truth of the matter is, I don't even want to be Superwoman. I don't even want to do it. So, anyway, I'm going to leave you guys with that. If you are in a phase of growth right now and you feel like you are transforming into your butterfly stage, but it's getting really, really tough, I hope that you push through and allow yourself to show up. I hope you allow yourself to see how good it can get for you, because it will get better. It will. All right, guys. So if you are not following the Beauty and Soul podcast, I hope you do. And if you are following us on YouTube, you can follow us on Instagram. You can follow the Beauty and Soul Apothecary. We have bath and body products there, and candles, all of that jazz to get your zen going on. But definitely tap in. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll be here next week. This episode was produced and edited by Soulfully Written Production. At Soulfully Written Production, we amplify women's voices with podcast editing, sound design, music, and vocal production services. We provide the tools and training for women to share their stories their way. For more information, check out soulfullywrittenproduction.com. The link can be found in the show notes.